I am Gavin McKinney and this is the Freestylers interview and I'm with my good friend Tom Folan. Where would you like to see freestyle going in the next 5 to 10 years?
Well, obviously, I'd like to see it continue to grow. I think it's definitely grown a hell of a lot in the last few years.
Fucking loads.
Yeah, like people are going viral all over the place, and there seems to be like a much bigger interest.
Jamie McDonald viral skills.
Yeah, I would like it to be a lot more possible to make a living from stuff like competitions. I mean, shows are great, they pay the bills and all that kind of stuff, but I think the majority of freestylers, they want to be able to make a living just from training, sponsorship deals and prize money from competitions, and that's personally like the way I would like to see it go the most.
Who inspired your Instagram posts, the poses recently with the melon, this one and the melon? Who inspired those? Who inspired those?
Right, you've got to do it for the Instagram. I mean, I'm bored of seeing people upload just like the same GoPro footage from the same locations of the same tricks, and it's just, or like, you know, clips from 2012 and shit like that. It drives me insane. So like what I'm trying to do with Instagram and all my social medias is try and like give more of an insight into
get out your personality.
Yeah, exactly.
Who's your favourite freestyler out of everyone, all round, not just lures, all round?
It's difficult because I sort of change my opinions quite often, but
so
right now, Shimo and Charlie.
Charlie?
Yeah, and Shimo.
What do you think of the new craze of Puma lights that everyone has?
Right, well, I've got a little bone to pick with this one. So, I bought Puma lights and no one told me. Everyone was like, oh yeah, they're bloody really good, you can do all these different V-stall variations on that. It's like, yeah, okay, fair enough. But they didn't tell me that you have to order them about 5 sizes smaller than you would normally, because I got 2 pairs and I was all excited to try them out. I thought, oh, I'm finally going to become a proper all-round freestyler. I slipped one on and it was like my bloody granddad's slipper. I didn't like the touch in them, I found it too spongy.
Lasted me 3 weeks.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I think durability is a big problem with them. The amount of times I've seen like you go through a pair of Puma shoes, like it's ridiculous. So yeah, I think they're a good look for freestyle. I think they need to sort their bloody sizes out.
Yeah. What do you think of Jiminy?
Oh shit. No, you can't get that.
Honestly, like,
just your raw opinion of the man himself.
He's one of my favourite people of all time, I think, because there's not many people who you can spend like a long period of time with and not have any problems, and for them never to be in like a bad mood and stuff like that. And I think he's one of those people, and not just that, but he's improving ridiculously quickly in freestyle now. Like,
how often do you train?
To be honest, it really depends, but I'll normally train. Fucking train going past and talk about trains. I mean, it does depend a lot on sort of how I'm feeling, whether any competitions are coming up and stuff, but I'll normally train between 4 and 5 days a week. I always like to make sure I've got like at least 1 rest day in there, just to recover and come back stronger for like the next session.
And in terms of lures, who do you think has the best style on all tricks?
Best style in lowers, you can't not mention Rocco. I think Rocco has got one of the most legendary styles, just because back when I was first starting freestyle, he was kind of the one who was pushing it like the most in terms of like the really stylish combos. But right now, in terms of like variation as well, I've got to say Lotta, I think.
Yeah, I was going to say. So I think a lot of people want to know this. Why did you decide to go vegan?
It's one of those where like I was doing some research, and I was in a position where I sort of lots of things were changing, like lots of my friends were going to university and stuff like that, so I was experimenting with a lot of different things myself. And yeah, Macca was vegetarian at the time, and I was talking to him about it, just asking him, you know, like how he was getting on with it and stuff, because I'd never even thought about it before. And he showed me a few documentaries and stuff, and from then I just stopped eating meat literally overnight. And then yeah, from then I just slowly started cutting out all animal products, and now been vegan for about 9 months.
Much harder to be vegan than vegetarian?
I don't think it's harder. I think it's a misconception that it's like a really hard, extreme thing to do.
You got like special treatment in China, didn't you?
Yeah, they were they were bringing me like rice and vegetables all the time, and I was on like my own separate table and stuff. But I appreciate them trying to help me out.
Like
it was
them coming up, go, no meat.
yeah, no, they were just pointing and stuff like vegetable. Cheers, darling.
So if freestyle didn't exist and you'd no knowledge about it, what would you see yourself doing?
Honestly, I'd probably have ended up going to university, and yeah.
Studying what do you think? Of yourself?
I always liked the idea of stuff like criminology. I always found that stuff fascinating, was always watching documentaries about it. But I think I'd probably have fallen into a few bad habits. Like I reckon I'd have experimented a fair bit with some drugs.
So that was the interview with Tom Folan. Hope you enjoyed, and if you have any questions, maybe we'll answer them in the future. Leave it down below in the comments. You're going to do this God Save the Queen piss?
No. Well, no.
No?
Ooh, met your face. I'm going straight in my basket.